Hey Ben, this is John at Quadvan. The other guys who are watching this, I hope you find it well. Find you well. A little rainy out here today, kind of a mucky day in Oregon. Welcome to Oregon. Hey Ben, this is your 2014, your 305 7017s. Your airbags, your ride right controller, your 10.5-inch Ford with a True Track in it, Bilstein shocks, luminous running boards, shift on the fly, massive brakes, 4 shocks, standard with the V10s from Quadvan. You can see your shift on the fly vacuum lines, Ford brake lines, no modification whatsoever to the front end to accept all this stuff. Of course, your PIA lights, your D-rings, there you go buddy. Your little fitting up in here for your air compressor that's hooked to your airbag system. Oh, are those mirrors flashing at me? Factory F-Series mirrors with the blinkers and the running in it. Your luminous bumper. She's gorgeous, man. She's gorgeous. Luminous on this side. And Ben, they're tucked in pretty damn tight. I think the guys down there, down south, will be able to work with it. It'll work out pretty good. Those big 305 17s fit on there no problem. Lots of clearance, nothing will rub. Of course, the other mirror's blinking too there. Bushwhacker flares all the way around. And obviously my e-brake cable's working because the truck's sitting there idling in reverse. And the e-brakes for the 10.5-inch Ford are working. She's all cleaned out, ready to go. Waiting for a home down there at the shop. Oh Ben, by the way, your truck's leaving with its 1 shock for the mobility company to put in, your hose set for your in-bumper fill up, a couple extra hubcaps. You could put those on because with shift on the fly you don't need to take the hubcaps off to engage the 4-wheel drive. The only thing you're going to need to do is climb up inside the truck like this. If it was hot out, you could turn on the mirrors like we talked about. So now those will start heating up and all that water on the mirrors will disappear. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back in drive. Turn off the e-brake. So on your shift on the fly there, Ben, oh, I wanted to show you the compressor too. You wanted a turn-off switch for your compressor. So there's your compressor switch. So when you turn it on, the compressor's on. That's the way you should leave it on all the time. Now what's going to happen here is as the compressor reaches full pressure, while we're talking, that light will turn off. The switch is still on, ready to run the compressor, but the light's off, telling you the compressor's not running. I purposely let all the air out of the compressor so we could see that. Now that gauge down below there, Ben, is going to show only applied air pressure. We have no way to control the air. The auto air in the back controls the air, but it'll slowly show you that you've got about 5 pounds in the back to set the bags at pre-tension. It'll do that automatically as it raises the back end up just about 5 pounds. As you load the van up with a whole bunch of stuff, that gauge could potentially go all the way up to 80 or 90 pounds. There, the light just turned off. That means the compressor's all charged up, and it's going to wait there until maybe it cycles on or off. On this side over here, you wanted an off valve, and so what this does is it would bleed any air pressure that would be in the bag's residual when you start going off-road if you turn the compressor off. As we talked about, that's how that's going to work. So your shift on the fly for your particular needs, when you pull it into gear, and for instance, you could engage it with your thumb or your hand. It'll go engage, the light's on. If you want to go to low range, you bump the shifter into neutral with your foot on the brake, and the transfer case just rotated over to low range. From that point on, you could drive down the road, put it back in gear, drive down the road, we're in low range. If you turn it off, Nothing will turn off until you come to a stop, foot on the brake, neutral. Now it'll rotate out of low and out of high. There you go, you're back in two-wheel drive. Of course, it clears your switch. If you decide you want that switch the other way, you can pull it off, turn it around backwards down below. I just found that it was too tight. Your switch for your fog lights is on the upfitter switches. It leaves you a few extra switches in the back. Of course, this is a fairly well-loaded truck. Doesn't have nav, but it has Sirius satellite. It has the upfitter switches, brake controller for the brakes. It says the trailer's not connected. You know, of course, your input from your phone. It can find your phone. You have phone controls on the steering wheel, so you could turn on your phone if you push that button. The radio says there's no phone attached, so you're going to have to program that for your phone. Then, of course, the rest of its history, it's just a van inside, but now it's a van that can do anything you want to do. So, Ben, I'm going to step out here real quick and fall on my butt. Buddy, I hope you love your van. The guys that are from the towing company are going to be here in about 5 minutes and put it on the freight truck and off to California, where it becomes a wheelchair van. You guys are going to have fun with this one. Ben, I hope you enjoy it. It's been a little bit of a journey, and it's a fun one. All my vans, I love them all. See you guys.